Today I'm going to tell you all about my recent sailing on the Regal Princess. This cruise was a bunch of firsts for me, including my very first themed cruise. If you're interested in hearing about this rad experience, put on your neon tracksuit or MTV t-shirt and please keep watching. Hello, I hope you are having a splendid day, and if you're new here, welcome. So I recently went on my very first Princess cruise, and this was a 4-night 80s themed cruise. I have so much to tell you about my thoughts on Princess, but that's going to be my next video. This one is going to be focused on the 80s theme. If you don't want to miss what I loved and didn't love about the Regal Princess, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified when I upload that video. But without further ado, let's dive in. This was a 4-night sailing out of Fort Lauderdale, and the cruise had 2 sea days and 1 day at Princess Cays. Or Keys. I never know how to pronounce that, but I think Princess pronounces it Cays. My husband and I went on this cruise. It was just the 2 of us, and we stayed in a mini suite on deck 10. The stateroom was really nice and spacious. My husband and I were very comfortable, and I would happily stay in a mini suite on the Regal Princess again. I'll give you specifics about what I thought about the Regal Princess ship, but overall, I thought it was beautiful and very elegant. The Regal Princess is almost 10 years old, but it looked brand new. I love all things 80s, 80s movies, 80s music. In fact, 80s on 8 is on my car radio pretty much all of the time. And I even love 80s fashion. Go ahead and judge me. And the 80s cruise delivered all of that and more. The other reason we booked this cruise is because I have always wanted to go on a princess sailing ever since I was a little girl watching The Love Boat on TV. And I was lucky enough to be at the Los Angeles premiere of The Real Love Boat. I will link that video at the end. The Regal Princess was the ship that the contestants sailed on during the CBS reality TV show. And I did watch the show, and although it wasn't the best, the Regal Princess looked absolutely spectacular. Finally, Princess doesn't do a lot of short cruises, so when I saw a 4-night 80s cruise out of Fort Lauderdale on the Real Love Boat, I jumped at it. Now, to prep for this cruise, we had to get a little bit of fashion, so I went on Amazon and I bought fantastic leggings that I literally want to wear every day, and fingerless gloves. My husband got a couple t-shirts, one that said Save Ferris, a reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think we ended up looking totally awesome. Princess did a good job with the 80s theme. The entertainers on board did 80s themed live music sets all around the ship. A special lineup of 80s TV shows and movies in the staterooms for the passengers to watch. They also showed 80s movies under the stars by the pool. 2 of the movies were Edward Scissorhands and Top Gun. And Princess had 80s trivia on board and an 80s dance party on deck. But the highlight for me on this cruise were the tribute bands. They had 3 of them on this sailing. On night 2, the Pat Benatar Experience performed 2 shows in the theater, and they were great. And bonus, the drummer was actually Pat Benatar's actual drummer. Pat Benatar has a very strong, incredible voice, and I thought the singer did her justice. On night 3, Double Vision performed. This was a tribute to Foreigner, and I thought they were amazing. Double Vision was my favorite of all 3 of the tribute bands. They had so much energy, and they had the theater rocking. Everyone was on their feet dancing and singing along. They definitely brought the energy and party vibe to the cruise. On the last night of the sailing, Wanted performed a tribute to Bon Jovi, and they were also excellent. At the end of their set, they brought the singers from the Pat Benatar Experience and Double Vision on stage with them, and they really rocked out, and they just seemed to be having so much fun performing together. My husband and I ended up hanging out with the bands on a couple different nights of the cruise, and they were all so nice and genuine. I loved meeting all of them and hanging out. Another highlight of the cruise was the passengers, because everyone was dressed up and in that kind of 80s party vibe. It was really easy to make friends on the ship. We had something in common, our love for all things 80s. All in all, this cruise was so much fun. It was one of the most enjoyable and entertaining cruises I have ever been on. It was a total blast. Would you take an 80s themed cruise? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever taken a themed cruise, I would love to hear all about it. Oh, I did pick up a couple things for you. These drink holders that say Princess on them with the logo. These are brand new, and if you would like one, it is very easy to enter. Just put your favorite 80s song or band in the comments, and I will randomly select 2 winners. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and reside in the United States, because I have to pay for shipping. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget that my next video will be all about what I enjoyed and didn't enjoy on my first Princess sailing. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that one. If you'd like to talk Princess cruising with me a bit longer, I will link 2 videos at the end that I think you might like. The top video is when I attended the Hollywood, California premiere of The Real Love Boat. And the bottom video is one where I compare modern cruising to the original TV Love Boat series in the 70s and 80s. Until next time, I hope you have happy and safe travels. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching. Bye!